Good morning, everyone. I'm Tina Douglas. This is Sunday Straight Talk. Today we are talking with Dr. Angelia Williams. She has started a nonprofit agency called I Give Myself Away, and this is an incredible story behind this play that's coming up that is called the same thing, I Give Myself Away. But let's talk to her about her organization, how it came about. It's a painful story, but one that actually keeps her going, and I welcome you to the show today.
Thank you so much, Miss Tina. Long story shortened, this organization was started as a result of having lost my son, who was murdered while away at college. He was trying to stop two young ladies from fighting, and at that time, one young lady decided that it was time for him to meet his maker. Instead of giving that my victim attitude, I've decided to no longer be the victim, and I'm going to be victorious. As a matter of fact, I tell people I am victorious. I have to smile through my disappointments. And rather than just talk about it, I'm being about it. Got that phrase from the kids. But every day, I look for ways, literally, to serve other people. And riding down the road, every time I would say, Lord, what do I name the organization? And the song would come on. Thank you, first of all, Mr. William McDowell. You have basically saved my life. With that stated, I came to the point of writing it down. I wrote down, I give myself away, and the Holy Spirit had me to underline the first letter of each phrase, and I did, and hence the reason we got IGMA, because I did not want to infringe on anybody else's already work. And so with that, we've started IGMA Incorporated. We have a couple of initiatives. Our first focus was to do something to make a difference in the community, hence the reason once I started it, I met Miss Denise at church. She was already a phenomenal playwright. I'm just so privileged to have Denise James accept me as a partner, and through that, I represent the IGMA side. I have a board, Belinda Carrington, Mary Ford, Bobby Hart. We sit on the board, but we can't do this by ourselves. So we've got advisors, and we've even got youth representatives that work with us. So what we've decided to do is collaborate with Miss Denise James, who, again, phenomenal playwright. She wrote the play. I can't take anything away from her. I can only say it's not easy because she's working with youth. And so what we've decided to do is help these youth following the teens of we've got 5 teens, and we're following their storyline. And basically, we're going to follow them from high school into college and looking at them and helping them to see that, first of all, you must realize who you are, your own self-worth, your uniqueness. And in doing so, with that, they can then begin to learn to give of themselves. But until they come into who they are, we're at a dead end. And so we're behind them saying, we're going to encourage you. We're going to help you find yourself so that you can learn to give of yourself in an effort to combat some of this bullying. Because in all fairness, my son was murdered by an adult bully.
Yeah, the whole story that you've told me about your son and how all this happened, and for you to keep it going because you want to remember your son for the man he was. He wasn't this kind of individual from what you're telling me about him. And to continue the work that you're doing is so needed. So many of our young people are just lost. A generation of our people are lost. And with organizations like yours and other outreach groups, hopefully we can save some of them, because some days I just don't know.
Together we can do it. I figured it out. If I try and do it by myself, I'm just working by myself. But when I collaborate with others, we have got a responsibility to our youth. We've got to mentor them, encourage them, and coach them into being our leaders, because we're getting older. And it's a generation. Right now we've got 4 generations alongside each other. And because of that, we've got to figure out a way to bring harmony amongst that. And it starts with helping them to see their own self-worth. We've got to combat this bullying. I'm tired.
I'm real tired of it. I mean, it's gone beyond reasonable. It's even hard to talk about it at some points in time. How have you been received? What are the young people saying? And then we'll get into when the play is and how people can contact your organization who may want to help, who may want to volunteer, and who also may want to purchase tickets.
How we are received right now is we've got young people that are saying, yes, I want to do this. Yes, I want to come out. But it's interesting you would ask. I wear this button with my son, and out in DeKalb, one of our representatives, our advisors, was out there. And it's a sad thing that kids associate this button with who died. And we've got to get them from, this may not be a person who died. So what we're hearing is, yeah, they want to come. The group that really needs to be there, unfortunately, financially, they may not be able to come. So where I'm at right now, I'm praying and believing every day some angel investor will say, you know what, let us buy up the tickets. Let us give them to the people that really need to be there. Because we have this mindset, just because I come from a good home doesn't guarantee that I'm going to make all the right choices. And I think you and I both know that. So we've got to figure out a way to get more young people there, as many as we can. And we are even reaching out to seniors. I ran into this group called Grandparents on the Move, and I understand that they're raising their kids. So with that stated, a lot of times they've got kids that they're having to move out of their high rises. They're being uprooted. So I've got to figure out a way to make sure that we can all come together at one place. And the Strands Theater is where I'm asking everybody to come. Let's come and get behind these young people and let them know it starts with self, figuring out who you are, and then we can bless other people.
It can't be done alone, and hopefully some of the listeners out here that may be, on the fence about what they can do with their young loved ones, or children that they may be raising that they didn't intend to be raising, or folks that we see who are headed down the wrong path, how can I reach out and grasp them before it's too late? Tell us when the play is, how people can go about contacting I Give Myself Away, that whole bit.
Okay. First, I want everybody to grab a pen. It's very simple. If you ever forget, do like I did. Stop, pull over to the side, write the phrase down, and take the first letter off of each phrase. The website is www.igmainc. That, again, is www.igmainc.org. If you'll go there, we have a news flash, which takes you right to the play. If you want to purchase tickets, there's another button you can click on tickets. And to add value to this, where we are, we're also going to give away 6 scholarships, $500 scholarships to individuals that happen to take advantage of the opportunity. And the opportunity is very simple. We're asking them to write an essay. They're going to write an essay about the 3 top challenges that they face either in high school or college. You have to be between 17 and 27. And from that, we're going to have our advisory board grade them. And we're looking for them to tell us, based on those challenges, what are things that you can do per challenge, or one thing that you can do by giving of yourself to turn that challenge into a positive. And so with that, the essay is only 750 words. We're going to give out 6 scholarships, and the certified scholarship is what it's called the Certified Good Deeds. And that's just a way to keep this whole mission going. It's not just the play. The play is where it starts. The play is over at the Strands Theater, the Earl Strands Theater, Historical Strands Theater over in Marietta. You can, again, go to our website. We've got links to that as well. With that stated, the tickets are $20, and I hope it's okay for me to say this, but if you're not sure if you want to come, I challenge you. Buy a ticket for someone that you know needs to be there and help us get the theater packed. We can only seat 531 at a time. We've got 3 shows scheduled. One morning show, actually afternoon show, if you will, midday on that Saturday, the 17th. We've got an evening show, which is where we're going to give out our scholarships as well, and the Sunday show, which we call our after-church hookup. So I'm hoping that people will just reach out to us. Go to our website. There's so many ways that you can reach us just by going to the website. The website is designed. It's user-friendly. I promise you. Our excellent web designer, Mel Burton, set it up so that it's very simple. Newsflash tells you what's going on behind the scenes. It takes you right to the play. You can see the playbill, see that some of the youth characters are in it, the hand that's on the playbill. Those are actually some of our characters, and we want to get behind them. We don't want people just buying tickets. We want people there.
That is so important, and I commend you for doing this. I understand how painful it is at times for you, but again, how satisfying it must be as well for you to take this on and go, look, I'm not going to sit back and mourn. I'm not going to sit back and worry. I'm going to turn that energy into positivity for someone else.
Absolutely. And I'm just challenging everyone that can hear my voice. This is not about Dr. A. It is so much larger than this. It's not even about our playwright. It's about the mission behind the message. We have got to stop bullying. And the only way to stop it is one child at a time. But if we can pool our resources and come together we can not just make a difference, we can be the difference.
It looks like you are headed in the right direction. You're already halfway there by taking the steps you've already done. I mean, it's something that our community needs to latch on to. So many people are out here searching for the right thing, continuing to do the wrong thing, not knowing which direction to go in. there are people out here who care. There are people out here willing to sacrifice what they're doing, their time, their money, their resources to help you. Reach out and ask for it. That's all we can do.
And we absolutely need the help. You know, interesting enough, when I was on my way down to the radio station today, something hit me, and it hit me hard. No matter where we are in this great United States of America, and we say that because it's an election year, it's not really about who's out front. The mere fact that we can all share a common denominator. And one thing I know where it relates to bullying, if not in every family, I would venture to say 90% of the families have at least had somebody to be lost via tragedy or perhaps bullying, or know of somebody. So it's time we stop talking about they need to do something. We're the they. We are the they. So let's do something. Please join us. I challenge you to get involved with IGMA. Help us get young people to the stage. Get them there so that they can see this is real. Bullying is not just something affecting a certain group. It crosses all cultures and all boundaries. We have got to come together as a community and fight back. And fighting back is not just saying, oh, baby, you need to stop. It's getting involved. And this is a great opportunity to get involved. Let's get behind Miss Denise and say, hey, look, your thoughts, you've got them going on the big stage. Let us help you. How do we help? We come by, we buy tickets. We get people there. Young, old, small, it doesn't matter. I give myself away. What can you do? Accept the challenge. What can you do to give of yourself to be the difference?
All right, Dr. Angelia Williams, thank you so much. I Give Myself Away coming up in November 17th and 18th. It's an incredible mission, an incredible story, and one that sometimes we hear all too often. And we can't sit and wallow in our sorrow, even though we like to do that. Ms. Williams has experienced the ultimate sorrow, and she's doing this to continue with the positivity, if there is any, that she can glean from the tragedy that happened to her and her son. Thank you so much for sharing today.
I want to say something just to those people that may be in my shoes. You're not alone, but together we can get through it. I love anybody that's willing to help us. And even if you don't, just keep that encouragement coming. We need you.
Thank you so much. We need you as well. I'm Tina Douglas, and this is Sunday Straight Talk.